witches!
Hi, hello. I'm on my laptop and I keep going using my mouse on my desktop. And so I'm looking for it on my laptop and I can't fucking find it.
Because it's not
But I
there.
found it. I know. I've been doing that all day long. I'm so used to sitting at my desktop and like using the computer that when I'm on my laptop, it just Anyways, today we're going to talk about new moon and things you can do to manifest. So
Heck yeah,
rituals
we
and the
are.
like. So the new moon is essentially the time to check in with yourself to see
Sorry.
You good?
Yeah, okay. My knee just did something really weird and hurt really bad.
Getting older.
I felt like I had to explain because we're putting these on YouTube now. So if somebody's watching YouTube, they're going to see my
And
face
you're
and be
like,
like, what the fuck?
listen, every single time I like put a thing on YouTube, it's always it's like your face is always stoic. And mine is just like doing weird facial expressions,
I
and
should be
I'm
like, three,
like,
two, one.
all right,
Oh my gosh.
back at it. Anyways,
Anyway, back to the moon.
so new moon is about the time that you kind of manifest what you want to see during this like lunar cycle. So it's a good time for starting new things, starting new relationships, friendships, all of the above. Um, and it's kind of a nice like recap of what has happened prior. So it's like closing a chapter, beginning a new one. So it's time to check in with yourself and see where you are in life and how you want to be. And honestly, like even if you don't want to be spiritual, this is a nice tool to use for, mindfulness, or like if you have depression or anxiety or like some other mental health that kind of like keeps you in a rut. This helps you keep track of what you've done, what you plan to do, what you could do better, kind of thing. Um, but let's see. And it's not like one of those things where you just do it and that's it. Like you do it every month, you do it long term. So it's just nice to get all of those things in progress and perspectives to your brain so that you can manifest what you want to happen. Um, so during this like new moon section, that's when there's like you don't see anything in the sky. It's completely dark. And it's basically when it's aligned with the sun where you don't, so it's not visible. It creates a cosmic black slate, blank slate, not black, blank slate for the whole cycle. So again, fresh beginnings. Um, so then at this is when the moon will start growing essentially, because it will grow into the full moon and then it'll go back into start fresh. So there's a few things that you could do, very simple things, to kind of help you manifest. Um, so just think of like laying seeds down and visualizing what you're doing now for your future self. So what do you truly want, and what are you calling into what you want to see happen? Um, oh, excuse me, I'm about to burp. This is what happens when you eat dinner beforehand
Right?
and you're like talking as you're eating dinner, so you're just like getting all the air.
It's a good thing we do eat beforehand, though, especially tonight, because otherwise we would be eating very late.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, so anyways, so the new moon occurs about say 3 days. Not like the new moon itself, but like the energy of the new moon will last for about 3 days, give or take. Um, so take your fresh start and your fresh project, whatever you want, and grab a piece of paper and a pen and all the goodies that you're ever going to need. Um, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to get your pen, notebook, whatever. Um, And you're going to want to find a quiet spot, something that you can like intuitively think about the past month and like, where you can go from there. Distractions can take you from that moment, which makes it harder for you to focus on what you want, your intentions, and ultimately manifesting what you want. And you might actually manifest something different or think something different when that's not what you need to work on in the moment. um so you're going to go to your nice little comfy section spot, wherever you find that is your like area, your space, and you're going to essentially breathe a little bit, take out the worries of today, the worries of yesterday, and what is currently plaguing your mind. So like me with anxiety, sometimes if I just like deep breathe for like 5 minutes, I can really kind of stop what I'm thinking and doing all of that, and then just like see new perspectives and ground myself and prepare for what I have to do. So this is kind of like a nice cleansing moment for you. You can also cleanse the area with sage or anything that you can burn that you want to use, incense of any sort, um, and kind of cleanse the area too of the stagnant energy from prior. And then once you are in that calm state and you have breathed your last thought and you're ready to take on the new time, you're going to write in your notebook what you want to see happening. I mean, if you want to do like a journaling session and that's like um your breathing moment, I guess, you can do that too. You can journal what you've done so far, kind of like affirmations like I am this because I did this, or I am this because I did that kind of thing. Um, so that you can kind of set yourself up for this is what I did last month. Let's see what I can accomplish next month. And then write down all the things that you want. You can be as vague as possible so that you can have, like, if you don't know the answer to something, you can get answers from a broad perspective. You can ask something specific so that you can get the one thing that you can't figure out how to deal with, you can get that answer promptly because you did it so uh, um, help me. What's the word I'm going for? Not broad,
Vague,
not vague. Like it's not you're
encompassing.
like yeah, you're like specific. Listen, it's
So
been
the
a rough
opposite of
week.
what I was saying.
Yeah, the opposite. So basically, you can either ask a broad question so you can get answers about various things, or you can ask a specific one so you can get the answer about that. There we go. There's different ways to also kind of complete this. The journaling is essentially just kind of getting your brain on the mindset of what you want to bring in. Um, but there are like you can utilize that too. So you can take that piece of paper once you've cleansed the area, cleansed the paper, all of that, you can actually take a white candle, such as this. And once you lit it, you can actually, what you could do is you could put it in a jar with like salt water, because like salt water is good for cleansing. You can also light it because white is, rebirth, renewal kind of feeling. Um, and then you can write out your intentions that you want for the new year, and then you can like read it out loud as much as you want, as long as you need to, as you feel, I guess. If you do it once, that's fine. If you do it 20 times, that's fine. That's up to you. It doesn't matter. And then you're going to burn it. So basically you're burning your paper manifestation into existence, essentially. um, So those who are pyrotechnics and enjoy fire, this is for you. If not, that's fine. You can also uh actually like bake, or you can drink tea or hot chocolate or anything of the sort that involves items that could be good for like rebirth or renewal. You can also take like a hot bath with Epsom salt to kind of like cleanse yourself in your time. Um, you can also use tarot cards, which we'll get into that here in a little bit later. So, there I actually found a really nice little hot chocolate like recipe that you could use for this. It combines cacao, oat milk, and reishi mushrooms. So you're grounding yourself using um sorry, uh like herbs and spices and all of that kind of stuff. Not really herbs and spices because that's not in here. I mean, if you want to do like a chai hot chocolate, you can totally do that. But um, so reishi, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, is known as the queen healer mushroom or the mushroom of immortality, and is said to reduce stress, promote the body mind spirit connection, and emotional balance. So if you pair that with cacao, you're diving deep into the intuitive practices and intention setting. Cacao is said to help you connect to your higher self, balance your masculine and feminine energies, and improve clarity around purpose. So, if you just want to chill in your nice little quiet spot after saging or whatever and drink a nice cup of hot chocolate, you do you. You can also um, do the candle magic, like I said. Um, you can also freshen up a bit, clean, starting the cycle, the moon cycle, with a nice, free, clean house, home, whatever, can really help kind of reset your energies. Like if I'm feeling down and bogged down on my life or whatever, I like clean one item, then I kind of get that energy like, oh, I gotta clean more. And then I clean more and then I clean more. And then the house is clean, dishes are done, everything's great. And then I feel like really energized and happy. And I talk to Will. I'm like, oh my God, babe, like I did the dishes or I swept or I did this. Look, I organized all this. And he goes, great, babe. Cool. Yeah. Love it. Great. That's great for you. And because I talk like a million miles an hour and he's excited that I've, did something. But
Okay, two things right quick. Number one, I agree. I always feel energized and like much better when things are clean. Like if I
Mhm.
come home to like cook or something and all the dishes are still there from the day before, sometimes I literally get so stressed out by the dishes being there that I can't do anything else until I do the dishes.
Yeah.
Second of all, when you say you swept, I need you to help me settle a debate here. What do you mean? With a broom or with a vacuum?
When I say swept, I mean like swept like hardwood floors. But I also vacuum hardwood floors.
Okay, so
So I use the vacuum for both.
I call the vacuum, I mean, I call it a vacuum, but I also call it a sweeper.
Oh,
And you
same.
sweep with it. So, like, but Brittany is like, no, you sweep hardwood floors and you vacuum carpets. And I'm like, listen, I'm from the country and we talk like this and we sweep
It's a
everything.
sweeper. It's a sweeper.
Thank you.
It's like
Okay.
supper. Supper is, I think, supposed to be like a meal or a snack between lunch and dinner. Something like
Yeah,
that. I don't know.
it's the same thing as dinner in our house.
Yeah. No, no, when I sweep, we have a broom and dustpan. I just never use it. And I literally will take the vacuum out onto the hardwood floors and vacuum the floor. And Will's like, why don't you just sweep that up? And I'm like, because then I have to possibly deal with dust in the air. Like why don't I just sweep it up and it's fine and dandy? Like same thing.
Yes. Oh my gosh,
Unless I don't want
hilarious.
something going into my like vacuum, then I'm gonna vacuum. Um, so yes, I
Anyway,
mean,
okay, sorry about that. I needed to
no, you're
ask
good. You're
because
good. You're
it's quite the debate.
good. You can bake anything like bake cookies. Um, something that can get various ingredients in there. You can also find what is it? herbs and flowers and all that. You can bake bread and add those flowers onto or into the mixture. Um, Same with cookies and whatever the case may be that you want to bake, you can do all of that. Um, Ooh, it actually gives you an options. So you can make your own dry herb bundles
Mm,
like rosemary, mugwort, cedarwood, palo santo, or sage. Or you can buy them from the place called Mountain Rose Herbs, which sources their herbs responsibly.
okay.
So if you want to
I
be
was actually
nicer to
just
the
thinking
environment.
about that. I have heard that like white sage is endangered or something. So people are
And I
suggesting to use like juniper instead.
mhm. There, I think I was at a crystal shop not too long ago, and in it, it actually says like white sage sourced responsibly, and I'm like, you can say that, but are you actually doing that? Like, is this company
Right.
or whoever is grabbing it actually sourcing responsibly? Because I mean, are you replanting what needs to be replanted as needed?
Right.
Like for every one sage you like bundle you sell or make, you're like planting 4 or 5 versions. Like
Yeah. I don't know.
what? Yeah. So, and I always feel, and I think I read too that. Oh no, I was gonna say there's like a debate out there saying that like if you are not, I think it's Native American or maybe it's
Yeah.
either where like you shouldn't use Palo Santo because you're not Native American and that's like specific to them. And I think it's mainly for those people who like just burn it to burn it. They don't like it. What's a good stereotype name for like the white Starbucks people? Not Karen, but like Stacy.
Basic.
Stacy with like the stay-at-home mom Stacy who like cleans her couch and house for a living on TikTok, like those kind of people.
Hmm.
They like that's what they were trying to imply that like people like them shouldn't be burning it and you should burn it for to be responsible for whatever I don't for spiritual practices essentially.
Oh, okay.
um but then other people are like some people just like the way it smells and like this person wasn't even Native American or anything of the sort. Like
Hmm.
he was a white guy. He was like, you guys
I'd
should be
have
doing
to
this.
like research more about that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, I've had my Palo Santo for like 7 years now, so like I'd
Right.
say I'm doing it pretty. I'm being pretty resourceful about
Well,
it.
and I guess I feel like too, if you're going to go that route and say that people that aren't Native American shouldn't use that, well, then, like, what about all of the voodoo stuff people do who
There
aren't
is a lot of people on like the witchcraft, everything
Caribbean?
witchcraft, like Facebook. Honestly, Facebook group that was just like, what do they call it? It's like powder, something powder. I want to call it onion powder, but that's because I need to buy onion powder. It's in my head. Um, it's some type of graveyard powder thing that you literally take graveyard dirt and like ashes of something and you like mix whatever into it. Somebody posted a picture and it had like a picture of a spider in it and the spider was like dying because of how toxic it was.
Ugh.
Um and I don't know if it's just toxic itself or what, but I mean, that's another conversation for another day. I don't
Yeah,
know what it is because
I don't know.
that's some people are like, I that's hoodoo. Like it's not voodoo, it's like legitimate hoodoo, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Um but it's from Africa, like cultures in Africa use it.
Yeah.
Um but anyways, so you can also use like crystals to help you clean, not clean figuratively, like cleanse the air, essential oils, incense again, mood music, And tarot cards is an option too. So here is a new moon tarot spread, and I'll post this to Instagram ever so that people can actually see what it looks like. So your first card, you're gonna have like a 2 on top, 3 on bottom, like 5 across. Doesn't matter how you do it. But your first card is you're gonna ask like, what is the lesson that I learned or am learning of the past cycle? So whatever tarot card you pick, the meaning behind that, or what the meaning behind of the interpretation that you do, is going to be the lesson of the past cycle. The one after that, card number 2, is you're going to ask yourself, okay, what's fading away? What's falling off? Like, is it a friendship that I'm no longer close with this person, and that's a toxic thing that's been bugging me, and I'm finally having the courage or energy to like leave it behind. So what from the past cycle are you leaving behind? Card number 3 is going to be what is about to begin or what is ready to begin. So things that you have been manifesting either prior or within this new one, what is going to come to you within this new cycle if you help manifest it into existence. Um, Card number 4 is how can you work with this energy? So if it's kind of a chaotic card, then then it's going to be a chaotic time for you, but at the end of the chaotic time, then like everything's going to be hunky-dory. Card number 5 is going to be how can I support myself in my intentions? So if it's going to be a chaotic mess for you, what are some ways for you to help you along this journey?
I'm
So if
sorry,
it
can
is
you hear
it
that?
no, I can't hear anything.
So you keep saying chaotic, and I can hear chaos outside my office screaming.
He knows.
He's like, my Auntie M!
Chaos.
Sorry.
He just we vibe.
You were the only person he likes that doesn't live in this house.
um it's a cat thing, man. It's just they just love me. Um Side note, we'll get so upset when Scarlet will like Polly always has a spot and it's in between us and it's underneath someone's blanket. It does not matter whose. Mainly it's gonna be Will's because she like lays up against her. And we have 2 separate blankets because we have
We
dogs
do
that want to
too.
be underneath it and then like they want to be on top of it and then I don't have any covers, then he doesn't have any covers, and that's a headache. We just have our own separate blankets. Um but Scar will lay in between our heads. Now, it depends on where her head is going to sit. And I told Will last night, Will went to sleep. He woke up and he was like that like weird stage of waking up, kind of like whiny but not too whiny. It was like I just want my cuddle bug so I can go back to sleep, kind of like whiny. And she was laying like when he went to sleep, she was laying by his head, like cuddling him, all of that. Probably about 10 minutes into him passing out, like she gets up and moves down by my like legs. And I was sitting like cross-legged, so she's like basically sitting in my lap. And he wakes up and sees her down there. He goes, "Huh? Where's Scar go?" It's like she wanted to cuddle me. He goes, what about me? Like, I'm up here. She should be cuddling me. And I'm like, literally, without fail, after a few minutes of you sleeping, she literally gets up and moves to like wherever I'm laying or sitting, and she will lay with me. And then after a while, she comes back up to the pillows, but instead of laying on his pillow, she'll lay on my pillow. Last like week or two, it's just been instant Scar right here in my face. And Will gets so upset by it. He's like, that's my kid. And it's like, stop. Like, you get Polly to cuddle. I can't help it. Lily and Scarlet want to cuddle me and only me. But when he does leave the room, she's like, Dad, where are you going, Dad? Dad, why'd you leave me? So, like, I can't say, I can't deny that. Anyways, so yes, pull card number 5 to see how you're going to support yourself in your intentions or how you could, not will. Let's see. I'm trying to go through my notes here. Ooh, another one you could do. You can balance it out with different things. So you don't necessarily, it doesn't have to be like, um, what is it? You don't have to have like an altar set up to have all of these things. You could literally just have it in your like room. So I know there's certain ways like north is this um is like earth or whatever, south is air. I don't have those memorized, so I don't know them exactly. But basically, if you balance out your room, that can be like a clean area for you. So basically, one part of your room will be earth, the second part will be air, the other part will be fire. Now, it doesn't have to be lit. It can be a candle that you can light various times throughout the day. And then water can be, obviously any old water, or it could be something that utilizes the ocean, like a shell. My shell has stuff in it, but like a shell from the ocean or something like that, if you're close enough to grab that. Um, but if you incorporate the four elements in your room, that can help naturally cleanse the air as well. Um, you can also do colors, so red for fire, blue for water, white for air, and then green for earth. You can have like a setup, like a short, not short, small little area with those in various directions. And I'm sorry, I just like kicked my stand and everything wobbled. Um, but that way you can actually like have the balance of the elements within you. Um, but it depends on where the new moon is. So if the new moon is in the water sign, you're going to want to have more emphasis on that element rather than the opposite or like a different one. So again, don't focus on what you're supposed to do. Just kind of like do what you feel is right. So if you feel like you want to focus more on fire because maybe it's a chaotic time and you want to be like, all right, I want to banish this shit, like go with the opposite. Do what you got to do.
Also,
But
just to put it out there, the March 21st new moon is in Aries, um, which
isn't
is,
that a fire sign?
I think so, but I'm double checking. Maybe. It is
Because
fire, yes.
Will's birthday is the day after, and he's an Aries. So I think yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm an
So
air
this
sign.
upcoming new moon, I'm a earth sign.
I could see that.
Yeah.
A little bit of
So this,
Hufflepuff in you.
don't tell Brittany that.
She's a Hufflepuff. No, she's a Gryffindor. That's right.
No, Brittany's a Ravenclaw as well.
Oh,
But
she is.
recently, like a couple months ago, I was curious because I feel like as you grow, you change. So, like, I used to be all about being the smartest in the room and being super smart, and I still am. But I also feel like I'm a lot more humanitarian as I get older. So, I retook the sorting hat quiz, and I am a Hufflepuff now. But
I want to
we
retake it,
we get sorted when we are 11 and we stay in that house. So I am still a Ravenclaw.
and we can change if we want to.
Yeah, a Ravenpuff, which I kind of like
Ravenclaw.
better anyway.
I think I was a Slytherin when I took a quiz like that. But anyways,
Yeah.
um, all the while, just remember to focus on what you want to plant and grow for yourself later. Um, so there's an idea too where you write yourself a letter, like your future self a letter. So basically, you visualize yourself and all the goals that you want to make. And obviously, doing this kind of thing after a month can be a little difficult, but you can do like check in a few months, like, hey, this is my future self. Let's check in and see how I did it. Um, but you can literally write to yourself about what you want to accomplish and make a list of things and then come back and see what you do. That way you can kind of keep yourself on track later on too. Um, let's see. What is another thing we can do? There's all kinds of things you can do. It's just absolutely insane. Um, uh, ooh, something for those people who like to write their intentions and like on like mirrors or whatever. Um, you can obviously do this with a pen and paper, but take your white candle, and then you're going to write out what you want to accomplish. And then after cleansing, of course, um, then you're going to go ahead and what is it? Put light the candle on fire, and then you're going to light your piece of paper on fire. Now you don't have to light it all the way. You can light it until it starts getting close to your fingers, and then you can like blow it out, and then you can like stick that someplace on like a mirror so that every day you see it, you remember your intentions. So like a small little affirmation without actually writing on it. Like when I went home, over in February, when I went home and I went upstairs to my childhood room and I was getting like boxes of things to bring with, I saw you could do this, or don't forget this, or remember this, and I'm just like, yep. I remember the day I wrote this, like just crazy shit like that. But yeah, so there's something too. Now for those who enjoy like a spell jar of some sort, this is what you're gonna do. Um, so a lot of people are like they always have water of some sort and they don't know what to do with it. Like when it comes to moons. So what you do is you take your nice little jar here and you light your little incense to cleanse it. Now this is dragon's blood because I really like the scent, and Will's not in here to complain about a headache. So then you start going, and then you cleanse it and around. You can cleanse your air. But you're basically going to let it sit in here. And then as it's filling up or with whatever, you pour water in it. It's like in my face now. You're going to pour water in there. And then you're going to, sorry, there's like incense everywhere all over my face and body. So you're gonna fill it up with water. You're gonna put a cap on it so like nothing can get into it, and you're gonna either sit it outside under the new moon, or you're gonna sit it in a windowsill that has access to the moon or whatever, like a directionary thing. That way you can get the intentions of new beginnings and all that within the water. You can do distilled water, you can do spring water, you can just do regular tap water, it doesn't matter. If you're going to ingest it, please use water that you can actually drink. Don't get salt water. Salt water is great for cleansing, it's great for everything else. Do not drink it.
Yeah, it's very dehydrating.
Yes. If you accidentally swallow it while you're in the ocean, can't help that, but do not drink it willingly. So then you're going to take it out before the morning, because once the sun starts hitting it, then it's just kind of the magic goes away. Your new moon, everything that you worked for the new moon specifically just goes out the way. So you're going to take that. You can use that for like baths. You can use that for cleansing material. You can drink it yourself. If you can put a crystal in there. The problem is that not all crystals can be in water, and not all crystals you should lick or anything like ingest it. Some water or some crystals will actually just disintegrate in water. So depending on the attention that you're setting, depending on the moon cycle and everything else that you want, read up on your crystals and make sure everything is going to be correct. A crystal that you can use for this is the clear quartz. So it's like clear, like new beginning kind of, yeah, like Brandy has. Um, so you want something similar to that, property wise, to kind of help you
Sorry.
prepare for like the new beginnings. Um, and then let's see what else. Oh, you can also put like your paper underneath, like your intention setting. You can write on it on a piece of paper and set it underneath it. Um, that way, uh, you can like get everything set up and good and dandy. Um, I just have like this weird thing with my headphones. Can you hear it?
No.
What is going on? Ugh. Okay, I think we're good. I just like stopped hearing things for a second and then it got like really airy and I was like, oh my god, I think my headphones died.
Technical difficulties.
Yes. Anyways, so you can write your intentions on a piece of paper, put it underneath it. You can put it in the water, whatever. Just know what you can and can't ingest before you do any of this, to kind of help set your intentions, a free. So some people really, really like using herbs and flowers to drink, and that's fine. You can do that too. Um, so here's a list of things that you can drink, like ingest or whatever. Now, I would like to say that I do not know the pronunciation of all of these. I also don't know the if how much you can ingest before it becomes like toxic, and if you have allergies to everything, please be careful because there's some things like blue lotus in the go to cola or cola or something like that. If you like, the blue lotus actually can cause what is it, like uh hallucinations of sort if you have too much. The go to or got to cola or whatever, too much of that can actually cause liver failure. So before you take anything, please be aware of how much you can and cannot have. But chamomile,
Also, even more so if you're pregnant or maybe become pregnant. Just
yeah, that's for sure. Be aware of your body and what you're putting into it and what could be in your body at the same time. Um,
because some plants and like essential oils can even be like they can start like the birthing process. So like if
yeah,
you're not all the way pregnant or not ready to anywhere near ready to birth and you ingest that type of thing, it could essentially cause
real bad
um,
issues.
yeah.
Um, so some things that you can use are chamomile to relax and for the new beginnings. Feverfew is you can use to help relieve headaches from lack of moon energy. So at new moon, it is new energy, it's new everything, and because there's a lack of energy in the air, or you're still reeling from the full moon energy, feverfew can help relieve with some of that. Mugwort to attract mugwort to attract money if you're trying to save up for something or prepare for something. Passion flower to calm. Agrimony to clear your head and make way for some fresh new ideas. Fuck, I need that. Uh, pearl clover to keep you from running away from your problems. Hell, I need that.
Oh
Damn,
my
it's calling me
god.
out. Yarrow to feel more appreciated. I don't really need that. Lavender to spread goodwill. Cinnamon to restore harmony in relationships, or if you're like Brandy, do not ingest cinnamon.
Yeah, don't I should not just eat cinnamon. It's bad. Bad news,
Uh,
babes.
Ginkgo biloba, I think. Okay, listen, if it's a ginkgo tree fruit, like, please don't smell it. That shit stinks. It smells like rotten ass. But anyways, so the ginkgo biloba, to help keep your wits about you while also calming your emotions. Fuck. I need that at work. I'm not on my anxiety meds right now, and let me tell you, sometimes my brain just like goes 18,000 miles an hour. And then I get anxious, and then I can't calm my like anxiety when I need to like make important decisions. That's fine. I'm working through it. Basil for abundance and money again. Hyssop, hyssop,
I think it's hyssop.
HYSS, hyssop.
Yeah.
Why do I say things like that?
I don't
Hyssop,
know.
hyssop, instead of saying hyssop. That sounds better. Why?
Why am I the way that I am?
Why is this like a Midwestern thing? Like, is this a wonderful little ditty that I got from my home area?
Probably.
Damn it. Majorum, marjoram. I did again. I caught myself. Take
I'm just
that book
hiding.
down. Listen, reading's hard apparently. No, pronunciations are hard apparently.
They really are. Though.
Marjoram for success, myrrh for healing, organic rose petal for self-love and protection. Did you see me almost go for my other mouse?
I did see that.
Oh man. Anyways, so those are all
This
some
is what happens
options
when you
for
have a
you.
full-time job and this.
Also, please keep your incense in something that can catch your ashes instead of going all over your desk. Listen, yeah, I have a full time job that does not have consistent hours, and I have to make a lot of decisions, and I have a lot of duties, which is fine. I like my job. However, sometimes my brain gets really messed up when I don't have enough sleep as needed. Anyways.
Yes.
So yeah, basically during all this time, just set your intentions right, sage and clear the stagnant energy from before, um, and practice your goal setting, your visioning, and all of that to kind of help get you ahead of where you want to be. Um, because it is a good time to work on what you want to manifest, what you want to do, um, and yeah, all that cool stuff. So take a bath, light a candle, clean your house, bake some goodies, drink some goodies. Um, you can make medicinal potions with seeds, flowers, and roots that embody your intention. You can do all of that. You can even make like your own like little spell jar with like different, I guess, herbs and spices, or if you have like little chips of crystals, you can use that as well. Um, but yeah, and obviously don't sweat the big things. Kind of see like the little small shifts that you like that are taking you onto your new path. That way you can actually focus on the bigger changes. And it's kind of like one of those things where you see the big goal ahead and you want to go that far, but then you don't see the little steps you're going to have to take to get there.
Yep.
So seeing the small little steps hitting you and like coming forth is really, really good um, to have for all
And
of that.
so it's really funny that you just said that because I just started a unit on growth mindset with my students today.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
very much like that. Like you can't say I can't do it or it's not happening fast enough or I don't, you have to think about all the little things you have to do to get there and you have to keep trying. You can't just give up because what if you say that you can't do it, you're right.
Yeah.
Like if you don't believe you can do it, then you can't.
Yeah. You really got to focus on your intentions of what you want and
Yeah.
believing in yourself, self love, all that kind of stuff, which is hard. I mean, in today's age,
It
it's really,
is.
really hard to get, there and ready in a world full of what's the biggest drama right now? Hailey Beavers and Selena Gomez.
Oh my God.
in a world full of that nonsense, it's really hard to like
I really feel like, sorry, not
do.
to, like, you just opened a whole wormhole because I went down this rabbit hole the other night on TikTok. I really feel like the whole drama is just Hailey Bieber. Like, Selena Gomez is over here doing her damn thing and living her life. I mean, she's thrown shade a couple of times, but not recently. And then there's just Hailey Bieber that, like, is totally,
I think she's just focusing on herself right now and just like
yeah,
her mental
which
health and
is great.
yeah.
And I guess I
She's
feel like,
vibing.
I just feel like if I was with someone and we were, did they get married or no? They're
Selena
engaged.
and
No, Haley and,
no, they've been married. They were
okay, yeah,
married
they're
6
married.
months. Or like they were engaged or married a few months after Selena and Justin broke up the second time.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like, if you're truly in love and you're married to this person, like, why do you care about their ex? Like, move on.
Honestly though.
Like, she is obsessed with Selena Gomez, and it's kind of creepy.
Well, she it's really funny because people keep bringing up like old tweets of Hailey Bieber saying, or yeah, Haley's being like, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez are a dream couple, and then like hashtag Celieber or something like that.
Oh my
And I
god.
was, so it's really funny because like she was a fan of them,
Right.
but she was also like a huge fangirl prior to like meeting him for the first time. But I mean, I'm kind of both ways. Like I will always be a Selena stan no matter what. Like I will.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the evidence. I will. I grew up with Selena. She was my Disney girl, like, and that was it. Like, I'm her biggest fan. But honestly, I will always stand behind her. But I feel like yes, Hailey Bieber and everybody, like her friend group, is being a bully and mean girl, what like a lot of people are claiming. But I also would like to give the benefit of it because it is gossip and it is like
Yeah.
celebrity tabloids that maybe people are making something out of nothing, but
Yeah.
maybe
Especially because
that's what they want you to think.
the last thing I saw was like the um party
Was it the
favors at
eyebrow thing?
Justin's
Oh.
birthday.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I was like,
They had some quote on
what?
him or something, and they were like
I'm
they're
glad
throwing
I.
shade at Selena, and I'm like, or they just like that quote. Like, I mean, they might have been throwing shade. It could have been construed that way, but like,
Right. Well, and I mean, even then, they did break up and he did get with her and then he ended up marrying her. So, like,
right.
I mean, yes, in a
It's just they're
way.
in the public eye. Like,
Yeah.
don't even
I
get me
feel
started
like,
on the media because I could go down a whole different rabbit hole after listening to "Spare" by Prince Harry.
yeah.
About the
Yeah.
media and how toxic they are. So don't even get me started.
Well, and even then, like, media will, they'll take like a thicker girl, but like make them look more curvy or like more skinny. And then like they post what they really truly look like. And they're like, really? Like, I can see the
Right.
difference. Um, because there was this girl was like I can't remember who it was. I don't think it was Zendaya, but it was somebody with like the clout of Zendaya. But basically, she made comments of like they wanted to edit all of this, and I said no. Like they're gonna show the true me and nothing but me, kind of thing. I don't remember who it
Yeah.
was. Um, but yeah. Anyways, um, so on to this new little what are you gonna call it? Tea of the week, I guess. I don't know.
Witch's brew.
Drink of the week. Oh, witch's brew. You're right. I forgot. Listen,
Oh
it's
my
been a while.
gosh.
Listen,
We're gonna kind
it's
of
been
get
a
a two for
week.
today.
Yeah. Uh, but so I went to a pagan festival and there was places people there who were selling all kinds of stuff. And I love hibiscus. Hibiscus is so fucking good. I don't care who you are. It is good. And if you don't like it, you don't have taste buds. Um, but I got this from the Sacred Acres Farm from Iowa, South Carolina. They basically do their own stuff, so it's all the like legit hibiscus flowers. So like old school tea making is going to be great. But basically, uh, you are when you drink this, it's very high in vitamin C. So for those who don't like oranges or don't like things that are high in vitamin C, but they do like something sweet, not citrusy. Like this is for you. So this is going to be high in vitamin C. And it also helps lower blood pressure. It's probably got like some type of natural apothecary kind of like stuff in its make that helps lower blood pressure. So if you're looking for a more holistic health with blood pressure, hibiscus flowers for you, especially if you like tea.
I like
I haven't
it.
actually opened this up. You can see I haven't opened it. The hibiscus flower is just fucking phenomenal.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, I have a second one. I also have not tried this drink, and I don't think it is a drink for me, but it is specifically New Moon Beginning Sake that you
Oh,
should drink in
sounds so
either
good.
the Aries or Aquarius moons.
Oh,
Yeah.
my moon?
Yeah.
No wonder I like
So,
it.
um,
Babe,
and
I know what drink we're gonna have.
so you need well, this is for one serving. 4 sweet whole cherries pitted, 5 fresh mint leaves, 2 thin slices of peeled fresh ginger, 2 dashes of rose water, a half ounce of lemon balm ginger syrup, which there's a recipe for in this book. I can post it. A half ounce of lemon juice, a jigger of sake, which is 1.5 ounces.
I always forget what jiggers are, but then I remember what they are. I'm like, what the fuck is a jigger? That sounds so weird.
Yeah, it's,
But I worked in the kitchen store, so I remember.
it's a strange word. And then 1 ounce sparkling white wine and 1 sprig of fresh mint for garnish. So you basically put the cherries, the mint leaves, the ginger, the rose water, and the ginger syrup in the shaker. And while you're shaking it, visualize yourself breaking away from your old winter energies and adding new, fresh energies. Then you add the lemon juice, sake, and the ice. Shake and strain into a glass. It says a Collins glass, which is like this, that
Mm.
shape. But honestly, whatever glass you have is
That's an
fine.
orange juice glass. What are you talking about?
Right. Um, and then you pour the sparkling wine over the top and add ice. Um, but this one is all about new beginnings in the new moon. And since this is an Aries moon coming up, this is a good drink to have. So I don't like cherries or ginger, so this is most likely not for me. Actually, we just made umami ginger chicken for dinner tonight, and I literally couldn't eat it. Like I ate as much of it as I could force myself to do, and I couldn't do anymore because I just don't like the taste of ginger. But
Ginger's so fucking good.
I don't like it.
Yo.
I don't
If I
like
could
it.
find sushi gingered, and I would eat that straight out of the
Now,
can.
let me say though, I
Jar.
think some of the reason I don't like ginger is because I don't like when foods are sweet that shouldn't be sweet. So like when my chicken and rice is sweet, it freaks me out. I don't like it. Shouldn't be sweet. So I think sometimes that's why I don't like it. So maybe ginger in a drink that's supposed to be fruity and sweet, I would enjoy,
Maybe.
but I don't like it on chicken. So I don't know. There's
Hmm.
your witch's brew.
I like that. I want that recipe.
Okay, I can send it to you.
I want that.
And this is from Moon Magic Mixology by Julia Helena Hadas. And I actually bought this book at Sigil, and they had more copies. So if you want to look on their website at sigil.com, oh, Sigil, is
Such a
it Sigil? So
spellcrafter.
sigilspellcrafters.com.
Yeah.
Um,
Just go to
then
sigil.com, see what you get.
yeah, I don't know what that is. Be careful. Sigilspellcrafters.com. Um, you could get this book, or I'm sure you could get it elsewhere too. I just really like that store and support
Just
it.
can't get enough of it.
Listen, it's ridiculous. I took Brittany there the other day and she bought crystals.
Oh yeah, you told me that. That was
Yeah.
great. Oh. Oh. If you go to sigil.com, it's actually the website.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, look
I
at
did I typed
that.
it in. It's not their Etsy page or like any like their actual like boutique kind of page, but it is right. I thought it was
Huh.
sigilspellcrafters.com. Side. Just kidding.
Psych.
Sigils.com. Or sigil.com.
What is sigil spellcraft now? I need to know.
I was looking that up just now, but I can't fucking spell apparently. It's
It's their website.
It's the same thing. What? That's cool. Okay. All right. Well, sigilspellcrafters.com or sigil.com apparently is the same thing.
Interesting.
That's pretty cool. Magic. Anyways.
All right.
Until next time. Bye.
Bye.